Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here today. Today we're going to be setting up this Christmas tree from Home Accents Holiday. The tree that we're setting up is a 9-foot Overland white spruce. It's LED, so it's eco-friendly, and it's a fake tree, so it's even more eco-friendly. Kind of. All right. Mika, are you ready? Okay, let's do this. Boom! Hey, look at that. They put the instructions right here on the inside of the box. So the model number of this tree is a TG90E2900D03. Make sure you keep your box. That's my big thing for you, because this is great. Oh look. They give you spare bulbs. That is how you know you got a good tree. This tree cost me about $398 Canadian. Wasn't really on any sort of sale yet, so either way, let's get the stand first. So depending if you're worried about scratching your floors and stuff like that, you might want to borrow some Mika fur. Is it Christmas time? Christmas tree? Look at this thing, Meeks. It's got rubber feet. That's good. That's good for a floor. Are you itching? Are you itching to see what happens, Mika? So, again, looking like that. Just unfold it out pretty easy. Put it down. It seems to move pretty easy, so if you want, you can always put grips on it, but the weight once it's on this stand is really going to help. So, these are labeled for our pleasure. I just have to see which one is which here. So, technically, if it's labeled right, we should have section 1 on the bottom, or sorry, section 4 on the bottom. I'm reading the French. Then it goes 4, 3, they have so many different things on here. Do not throw away. Reuse with storage. Well, let's see. So, if I had to guess, this is going to be our bottom. But how we'll know is, we look at the bottom. You see, what's really cool about these, they plug into each other. Let's show you. I can lift this up. See that? So as you put it down, you don't have wires going under the tree like you're used to from other ones. Here it is. This is our bottom. How you know? It's the last one in the box, of course. And it's got a little dingy-dongy for different light settings. And it's got this. So all we're gonna do, let's see, does this just sit on here? Oh, ta-da! This is a guard. This just sinks into here. Just like that. So now that that's in there, like so, so we can line this up properly, you have these straps. Where's my big knife? There it is. Make sure you don't cut the lights. There we go. Bring this down. Before we bring the branches down, I'm going to unwind all this. Got so much stuff here. Oh, look at that. They give you a remote too. So you have a wireless remote for your tree. Let's do this. I'm sure you can hear Mika right now grinding away at her bone. Because you know I can hear it too. Alright. Hey Mika. Good girl. So check this big honcho out. It's that's your big plug-in. This is your setter, just in case you lose your remote. And then you have the white remote, which I haven't taken out of the tree yet. They literally just strap all this stuff up there. That's not too bad. This is your push on, push off, very cheap like. But what I like is they've made a quick disconnect for it for next year. The only problem is, of course, all these are proprietary connectors, so that doesn't help. Make sure you keep this stuff though for when you take the tree and bring it down. So like this, you want to hold on to that just so you have it for later. Yes, don't eat it. All right. So, as the manufacturer would say, make sure you do not plug in your tree until you plug all the bits in. Also this, go ahead and pull that out. If you're going to use the remote, this is what actually makes the connection with the battery. So, we can see this is the top and this is the midsection. But first, we need to bring these all down. Ta-da! Holy smokies. And don't get too worried. Some people might see that, oh my gosh, I just bought a fake tree. This is my first fake tree and this looks horrible. Things to keep in mind. You have to flock these, meaning you go with each branch, you bring it out like this, and you'll see what we do afterwards. But first, just get it all set up. We have it like this. This is tucked in just like they had from the factory, where it comes down like this and plugs into each row of branches. Next thing we need is the second set, which is, just gonna make sure, this is our second set right here. So again, make sure you unplug it. This will be in here, slide it out. You'll see there's a notch on here. Make sure that notch slides down onto this key. You'll see there's an Allen key on that side there. And how this works is this right here will slide down. Ooh. Of course, beautiful thing with fake trees. Clean that out. And this just slides down like that. And that should be it right there. Unless this moves at all, but nope. So, goes down there. And that's it. Then, after that, I'm just going to make sure that that's exactly how that clicks in with this model. Pop that out. Insert the tree top into the center. Shape the branches. Yeah, exactly. So that's all they do with this one. So, next thing I got to do, cut the next rope. Again, if you're using a knife, make sure you don't cut anything green, because if you do, then your lights won't work, which would suck. And again, in shipping, stuff always gets brought around, things like that. There we go. Let's see. If you're using micro dot, be very careful because the wires are very, very thin. This one is not so bad because it's they're still thin, but the micro dot I find is much thinner. There we go. Layered. Again, you'll see how they sit in each of their layers. Just got to make sure they do that. Perfect. That's free. Time to put the final piece on to a 9-foot Christmas tree. Okay, so again, it's got the same thing that like you had before, just has that key mount right here, which slides over the Allen key bolt, just to make sure you don't reverse polarity. Oh, thank you. That's all there is to it. Holy smokes, I think she's kind of high, boys. And of course this one, you'll have to just bend down. These ones are not like your other one, where they have the branch pull downs. These ones you actually have to pull down and shape and do everything else. If there is, it'll be very easy to move. Yeah, so as I said, you might be looking at this being like, oh my God, how hideous. Don't worry, there is, you have to pull these down, you have to start fluffing it. You can either start from top to bottom or bottom to top, and you literally just start grabbing them and spreading them out. Every year you'll have to do this. It's part of it. But let's go over a couple things with this tree. See this? With this tree, we have these. These are the bristles that usually let go. And this is like your traditional, how they kind of are like just a mache. And then you have these, which last a much longer time. And they're a much tougher branch. Now, another thing I'm going to do, since this is brand new out of the package, now that I have these all like this, I'm going to actually plug in the tree because I want to make sure that all in all the tree is working and functioning properly, just to see if it's defective. So before you spend all the time flocking everything, let's go ahead and plug it in. Okay, powered up. There we go. Of course, don't worry, you don't have to have it switching colors. You can have it breathe, you can have it stay, you can have it do rainbow colors, have it just white, phasing in and out, just colorful, phasing in and out with colors. Just different settings, and of course no lights at all. And I think the one I'm going to be using is mainly this one, or well, not that one. This one right here. I like just solid white. Always, but if you like the different colors, the only thing that would be cool too is if you were able to like set just the red or just the green. But I don't see that on here for setting it. I think it's just going to be either intertwined, which shuffles the different colors, and then you've got the kind of dim, then just colorful, and yeah, you're going to have all these different settings. And again, if you have your remote, you can do it right from here. So as you can see, that's just depends on what colors you want to do. Oh, let's see. Yeah. So again, when you start to stuff it out, you have to mind the lights, but bend them out. Now you're probably wondering, why did you go with this one over microdot, Rich? The reason why is that way if these bulbs ever die, if all else fails and this proprietary lighting ever dies, I can still get rid of it and use a different one. Sorry.
Come here, you. What are doing?
Oh boy. And that's why we didn't get flocked. See what she just did there, how she went underneath? If you were to have a heavy flock tree, you would now have a white dog instead of a black dog. So, and it wouldn't last as long. It'll start to wear quicker. Even for, imagine having to do this with a flock tree, where you're moving all these branches around to make it look proper. And with a flock tree, you're gonna have to touch every one of those white pieces and have a chance of ripping a piece off every single time. But watch what I'm doing here once again. Just spreading it out. Again, you're just trying to make it look more like a tree. And just play around with it. The more time you spend on it, the better it gets. And again, I'm just grabbing random areas right now. This is what I like to do, just spread it out at first. Like go and spread out every single branch. And after you've spread out every single branch, then you can go ahead and fine tune everything, make it blend. I'm definitely not a pro at doing this, but I've had a lot of fake trees in the past. In the last few years, actually, I've had real trees. It's just here, I wanted to have something a little bit bigger, and we're setting up a little bit sooner. And with me working my crazy hours I do, having a real tree and remembering to water it and not have it dry out, because the last thing you want is like a fireplace like slow. So to click in, and then all of a sudden you have a dry Christmas tree and it goes up in your house. Not saying that that'll happen to you, just saying that's one of the reasons why you have to check with certain stratas and everything now, because there's a lot of insurance companies that won't cover you if you use a real Christmas tree because of them being a fire hazard. Crazy, I know. Anyways, I'm gonna continue to fluff this out, and then after I do so, show you what it looks like after.
So when you're doing these, you'll notice that there's like more than one part of these branches, and you have to pull them out like this, so that way. See how this one's got like 3 branch. This is a single. So when you're going through, make sure you're twisting them to fill the empties, because you'll notice that as you go up, it'll go single, and then you'll have one with 3 branches, and so you'll have to spread them out to fill those openings. So then it looks more full like this, and it doesn't look like that. Like if I back up here, you can see going down, see how there's all those openings? You get down to the bottom, and it's so full. So that's what you're trying to do. Just basically spreading, and just keep spreading and spreading and spreading all the ones that are clumped together, and just twisting them in all sorts of ways. Just continue. Well, that's it. 9 foot in all its glory. All the way down. You have to take time. That's what it takes. You have to unwind everything, straighten each branch, and if you spend the time, it looks really, really good. Let's see if I can do a full shot. It's a big tree. It's hard for me to... There we go. So that's it. Mika, do you approve? Sounds like it. And if we take a look right here, again, that is all the information you need if you would like to order this tree yourself from Home Depot. Well, there is a final look at the Christmas tree. We'll go ahead and flick a light on just so I can show you. I just want to show you what it looks like with that off. Good job, Mika. Champion decorator. As you can see, once you fill it and you throw a little bit of garland or tulle and throw on some ornaments, it turns out absolutely awesome. Thanks again for watching. Press a little like in the video if it helped you out and help you choose if you're going to purchase this Christmas tree.